I love the patients that come into my office. And some of them have been coming in here for a long time. I want to tell you a story about this woman named Beverly. Now, she told me I could use her name, so I'm not violating any confidentiality here. Beverly had been coming in for a long time. She's in her mid-70s, almost 80 years old. Now, Beverly would come in about once a month whenever she was having problems with her asthma. She couldn't breathe, so she'd come in, I would give her an adjustment, and as soon as I adjust her, she felt so much better, and so she could go home and she could relax and she could do anything she wanted to do. And it was a lot better than having an asthma attack. Now, Beverly had some other problems too. She was also a post-polio syndrome type of person. So she had some things where she would come in once in a while, but I always wanted her to come in a little more frequently than she did, but she just wanted to come in to make sure she could breathe instead of having an asthma problem. Well, one day Beverly came in and she looked terrible. She looked like she was about to die. And the story is this: she had a daughter that was unfortunately off of her medications, and her daughter beat her up. This is a really sad story because Beverly was 75 years old, and this just absolutely broke her heart. And Beverly here, she was within an inch of her losing her life. She was terrible. So she was having trouble breathing because of her asthma. She was bruised. She was ashen gray. She was depressed. And she said to me, "Just give me an adjustment so that I can go home." Well, the second half that I knew that she was saying, but she didn't say out loud, was, "Give me an adjustment so that I can go home and die." And my heart was breaking for her right there at that time. And I sat down on the adjusting table next to her. She was sitting up at the time. And I sat down and I put my arm on her shoulder and I said, "You know, I can get you your life back if you want it." Now, you would think that when she comes in this kind of condition that she might not be listening to me, but for some reason she did. She listened to me, and she said, she looked at me with her eyes. I just couldn't believe the look in her eyes because, like I said, she looked like she was ready to pass away. And she said, "How are you going to help me? How are you going to help me get my life back?" I said, "Well, we're going to do it with adjusting. First off, we're going to adjust you a little bit more, but we're also going to do it with some exercises." And she looked at me and just gave me this stark look, and she says, "Look at me." She says, "I can't exercise. What do you think I'm going to do? How do you think I'm going to exercise in this condition?" And I smiled and I stood up and I said, "Well, can you do circles with your feet like this? Can you do one foot, just do a circle like that with your ankle?" She says, yeah, I can do that." I said, "Can you do the other one?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "Let's start with that. So let's adjust you today. I'll see you tomorrow. Start doing just with your feet." So she did that. We adjusted her. And the next day she came in and she was doing both feet. And so I gave her a little bit more. I said, "Okay, now can you just lift your leg up? Can you just straighten your leg out?" And she says, "Yeah, okay, so let's do that. Let's do circles with your ankles and let's have you lift your leg out. Just do it 5 times. And then rest and do it again, but do both legs." So we started a program like this. It was slow and sure, slow and steady. But she did it, and she got better, and she got better to where about 6 weeks later, she comes bouncing into the reception area, walks up to my assistant and says, "Hey, want to see my muscles?" And she was so happy, and we got her life back for her. This is a woman who was really ready to go home and just cash it all in. And she got her life back because she did the chiropractic adjustments, which allowed her body to heal itself, and she did the exercises, which got her back into shape. So I'm David Lohman, and this is Lohman Logic. We hope you liked this video. If you did, please like it, and comment below, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we hope to see you soon.